Hello and welcome to the podcast, episode 7 of The Secret Chat, where three very close man-child friends discuss whatever they want, I guess. You're joined by Philip, your favorite host, and also Matt is here.
Hello.
He is the second favorite host. And then also Amr joins us as well.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So yeah, episode 7. We've come a long way, boys. Very nice.
Very good. 7 episodes. Seven is a special number.
7 is
has a lot of magic to it.
magic,
You know,
right? Whenever.
I,
Sorry, go ahead.
it's just
I have a question. Did we get any feedback from the grandmas and grandparents?
I think, well, this is what she said when my grandma called me to ask how to get to the podcast. She said she was quote unquote retarded. And so I don't,
Retarded. Come on.
yeah, so I don't think she knows how to get to the next episode. I don't think she knows that the next episode is even out. So I'll have to let her know. She is texting me like a bunch of videos and funny TikToks. So she's engaged and she's still alive.
she's a memer.
She is a
Grandma's
memer.
a TikToker.
Yeah, she's a TikToker. More like it was like a TikTok that was posted on Facebook.
Of course.
Yes,
of
yes,
course.
yes, yes.
Anything having to do with Facebook.
Yeah, but she doesn't even use Facebook, so I don't know how she got it. Okay.
Interesting.
So I wanted to go and open up our first topic today. A very special topic. This summer, we always have kind of a theme for our summers. Like last summer, it was what was our theme? Like
What do you mean?
PUBG.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like a PUBG summer.
Yeah.
There's like the
CS:GO.
That was a fun
CS:GO.
summer, dude.
That was a good
great
summer.
summer.
And then
And
yeah,
the thing is about PUBG that was interesting was like it was kind of shoddily put together, but the whole concept was so good that it didn't even matter. It was just so much fun.
it was so much fun, like abusing the bugs and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember the very first patches, you could kind of jump in a window without even like you kind of just phase through the wall, and a lot of people didn't know that, and you could abuse that, and it was really fun. And then I don't know. I mean, it was just the only game on the market really like that.
It was really the only game because there was H1Z1. That was
Yeah.
Which was even worse.
which was even worse.
Yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
kind of it kind
it
of
was pretty popular, but it kind of like started everything.
it never there was
Yeah.
no PUBG was the game that blew up the battle royale genre, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then it was like Fortnite
but
took it to a whole new level.
yeah. Boo Fortnite.
Yeah,
Fortnite
I'm not a fan of
bad.
Fortnite.
Fortnite bad. I didn't think Fortnite was gonna go anywhere because the first time I saw Fortnite was on PS4. I was with Troy at his birthday party, and I have a saved Snapchat. And it was just this cartoonish old game that I didn't think was going to go anywhere and no one would even care about. And now there's a $20 million prize pool.
And now, and also you have like Travis Scott performing.
Yeah, the cringe Fortnite.
They knew how to capture
props.
they know how to capture their target audience.
Their audience, exactly.
Essentially, it's children now.
And that's what PUBG was kind of doing, right? Because PUBG it felt more. PUBG then and now is completely different, I think. If you're looking at the cosmetics. The cosmetics are so tacky and they're so wild and they're so colorful. I don't really like it anymore.
I don't either. I liked the thing I liked about PUBG was its
the realism
down
to me.
earth.
Yeah,
realism. Yeah,
that's what I liked
Fortnite had all
about
these
it.
bright colors
as well. Yeah,
it was kind of cartoony and it's just I don't know. I mean, it was fun, but just wasn't the game for me.
It was fun while it lasted. I didn't think I was gonna put that many hours into it.
right.
Yeah, Matt kind of forced me to get it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I got it first. I was like, all right, this is legit. You guys got to get this.
Yeah, you're like, when you
It's
get
the next big thing.
That's like how we kind of became friends, really.
Honestly,
around that time, it was CS:GO and PUBG.
Thank you,
PUBG. Sorry.
Yeah.
So our first topic. So anyways, talking about themes of summer. This summer I'm working at Fedex. FedEx gang, thank you. And I saw this article and it says, Toronto man says Canada Post just delivered package he ordered 8 years ago. So
How does a package get lost for 8 years?
trust me, it can happen. I've only worked at FedEx for like 2 weeks, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks, and there's so many packages, and there's so much to like just get lost and to get jumbled up, and it's really easy just for a package to kind of die and get lost.
Well, I mean, I've never had I guess I'm blessed that I've never had a package get lost.
It's so easy. It's so and like
But
cause
I mean, you
sorry,
work there. I don't,
I'm
so
I don't
you would know.
I don't want to talk shit on the podcast, especially because thank you for hiring me. If you ever listen to this podcast, thank you for hiring me and giving me a job, and I thank you so much. But some of the people that work there do not know what they're doing, and and
Yeah.
and I do. My boss does agree with me. Like we talk about it because I go on routes with her a lot. So we kind of like just talk for like 8 hours, and she's like, "Yeah, this is ridiculous. Like stuff, like you need to have numbers. These packages go with these numbers, and then all of a sudden you have all these packages on your truck that aren't even yours, and then someone else has your
Weird.
packages, and so you're like what the hell?
Scr- Scrambling around trying to
Scrambling
figure
around
out
trying to
what
find
happened.
everything,
Mm.
Yeah.
and the systems they use they use like an iPad and it shows you your route, and this thing is so stupid. It'll take you to like just hypothetically, it'll take you to like a house over yonder. So you go there, you deliver the package, then you go to like the another neighborhood, you deliver those packages, then you go all the way back to that neighborhood. You just keep going back and forth, so like you can't even rely on technology to do it.
I was about to
It's
say,
not
like,
even
when
efficient.
So you guys do it one by one and then drive from one side of town to the next?
That's what the iPad would have you do. But if you get there early enough and you load your own truck so that you can find out where every package is, then you can like be efficient as fuck. Because drivers get paid $1 a stop, I think. So if you know your route, like if I did my neighborhood and I was a driver, but technically I'm not a driver, I'm a helper, but I help out
Mm-hmm.
drivers. So if I was with like Linda, me and Linda, which is my boss, we work well together. So if we did like my neighborhood in the surrounding area, we can probably do like 30 stops an hour.
out the window.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we
I
can knock that shit out fast.
was about to say, like, wouldn't you think that the technology would be more efficient though?
Yeah.
It's kind
Well,
of a shame. Like I mean, there's like like postal service ladies that in Grifton that have been doing the routes for probably like 30 years, and they just have the route down to a T. Like, wouldn't you think that's how FedEx would do it? I mean,
no,
like,
exactly. Like
yeah, I mean,
my other boss, they're like dating, I guess. His name's Charlie too, but he says he knows someone who, because everything's kind of like there's all this technology now, and so it takes away from if you have all this map knowledge, like that's kind of something that people want in an employee, right? See what I'm saying? So like if
right.
if you're looking for a job and you have all this knowledge about these routes and you know how to get it done efficiently, um, that's worth something.
You
But
can
now with like
save time.
technology and everything, now all they need is like these big, strong people like me, big and strong that can just
Big
with
muscle man.
muscle man
Me
that
too.
can run all day long, and just deliver packages. But they're updating the
Right.
system right now because evidently, due to the whole Corona thing, they're running like Christmas numbers. Like in Christmas, everyone orders everything like all the time. Like everyone
Right.
orders
Yeah.
everything for Christmas. So, and Corona kind of came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's not like you
now,
can prepare for it.
so you can't prepare. So the Corona came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, FedEx is running Christmas numbers in freaking May, and so there's just so much going on right now, and it's insane. And
But
that's why they're trying to update get better software to try to make it more efficient and everything.
I was about to say, like, wouldn't you think that their software would already be able to sort like the boxes into like
That's what I'm saying.
like the in a row, like instead of having like skip stops and stuff like that's
Yeah,
that is not
exactly.
efficient at all. Like that sucks.
It sucks. It's like, like I don't understand. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. But they're just now kind of getting a grasp of it.
Come on, FedEx, you got this.
Well, yeah. I mean, they do a
Come
good
on,
job.
FedEx.
They get their stuff out. Like,
I'm sure USPS is much more of a mess
no,
than FedEx.
no.
No way.
Anytime we see UPS, they seem to get their shit together. We always wave at
Well,
them.
there's UPS and
No,
USPS.
USPS, the
Oh,
postal service,
sorry.
Postal
government,
Service.
the government
Yeah,
run.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, we always stop and we always talk to them. We have a little chat.
So I have a
You guys have
question now.
camaraderie
No, we
between
really
the
do.
mail deliverers.
We always waved each other, and like it was raining really bad one time, and this guy was like, "Stay dry." I was like, "Fuck you, dude." I was like soaked.
I was about to
Man.
say, so you're saying there's a camaraderie between the United States Postal Service? What about UPS? Is like the UPS versus FedEx like
Yeah,
rivalry
that's what I thought.
like that? Like,
First day on the job, I asked my boss. I said, I saw a UPS truck, and I was like, "Do you guys like have like a Ron Burgundy Anchorman type of fight?" He was like, "Nah, man. We look out for each other."
I was about to say, like, you see like
Oh,
videos all the time of like
Yeah,
FedEx and UPS
like,
memes and stuff like that.
which is kind of funny
so is
because
there?
the first day on my job, I delivered to Mr. Beast, and I had to deliver to a UPS store. So I was a guy in a FedEx. I was wearing a bunch of FedEx uniforms, and I delivered like 20 packages to Mr. Beast in a UPS store. What are you gonna say, Omar? Sorry.
So there's no like rivalry between UPS and FedEx.
No, not really.
Really?
Anytime you see somebody, you just like honk your horn and you wave at them.
That's
So it's
honestly a
some
shame.
camaraderie.
It really is. It's kind of nice because like sometimes they may help you out. Like you automatically kind of have that connection, like you're friends.
Yes, I feel you. I mean, you guys are basically doing the same job,
We're
just for a
literally doing the
different
same.
employer.
Like
So like,
we deliver like Walmart, Sam's Club, that kind of thing, and then like UPS will
yeah,
deliver like Amazon and all that kind of thing.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, a shame. Like I saw a video the other day of this FedEx guy delivering a package, and a UPS truck drove by, and he flicked off the UPS truck.
Nah,
So maybe there's
maybe there
maybe,
is. Maybe there
maybe
is.
there's a few that are pretty salty, like some insider beef or something like that.
Maybe there is. But I think, in my opinion, just from what I've seen, maybe it's only local. But I think UPS has their shit together more than FedEx. But technically, I don't work for FedEx. I work for a contracting service that like buys trucks and like rents them and like buys and trades routes. So
Right.
Right.
so it's kind of cool. It's like they buy a route and anything in like the 27858 area, and then there's like routes in Durham that they'll buy and they'll rent trucks, and so um I don't know, it's just kind of cool.
Cool.
So they don't really they're not FedEx. I guess I'm not employed by FedEx. I'm employed by a contract, like an expediting service, I guess. So they're the ones who FedEx has all these packages. They take the packages and they deliver them.
So they have contracts with
Yeah, they
FedEx,
have contracts
basically.
with FedEx. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
So does FedEx have their own drivers as well?
I don't think so.
So everything that FedEx basically has the warehouses and stuff, and then they
Yeah,
pay people to deliver the
basically.
packages.
Yeah, because if you look on the side of the trucks, there's different names. I didn't even realize this, but like the one if you look around, if you see a UPS, I mean a FedEx truck in Greenville, look on the
Mm-hmm.
side, and if it says York Expediting Service, I work for them. That's a contracting service. Or Eastern Carolina Ground, that's Linda's. I also work for
Right.
her. So like they're contractors, so they basically just like buy routes from FedEx and then deliver those packages.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool.
So, kind of off subject, but it's crazy how like our country and society runs off of literally like FedEx, UPS, US Postal Service. Like one day without all these services would the world would go to shit, honestly.
No, really. Like, there's so
Like
many packages that need to get delivered. Like, no, if
so many packages and letters and whatnot and just stuff people like desperately need.
exactly.
businesses and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean,
Because no one's gonna
some
if you
people,
sorry.
some people rely on it for medication, for certain foods, a lot of things go through the mail. And this thing just suddenly stops working, the money is not there, people are not buying things online. And it dies for some reason. That would be, like you said, devastating.
Yeah, because these packages gotta go somewhere. There's not like
Yeah,
it's frustrating when you're like, oh, the package is on its way, and then it's like you're supposed to be come today, and it didn't. It's like, well,
yeah. Like, where's
someone
my
has to do
package?
it. Yeah, like someone has to deliver this freaking package.
I was
It's
about to
just
say like this gotta be really annoying if you like go and look at your like delivery schedule and it says out for delivery and it never
yeah,
comes.
exactly.
Like that's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, yeah, because it's probably got mixed up and it's on somebody else's truck.
Jesus,
Yeah.
it's really
It's
a mess
very
then.
it's very annoying. There's so many packages and there's so many numbers. Like my mom orders so much stuff, and I was downstairs earlier today, and I was like, I saw there's this thing how I kind of keep track of all different sections of different packages. So there's this section, it's called a vision label. It's like a little sticker that they put on the package that I never really noticed, but I saw the vision label and I was like, oh yeah, I know that section. Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, it goes there. So it's like it's kind of like the insider knowledge
Yeah.
because there's like say you see if you ever see a sticker and it was like 222. Okay, 222 that goes to this truck, and then next to it, next to the 222s, it says 20, and then 05. So then the 20s will go on this section, and then the 05 will go to this address. So it kind of works like that.
So do you guys ever have to look out for people that steal packages?
Oh yeah, yeah. My boss Linda was telling me about this Jeep was following her one time, um, during around Christmas time, and she was dropping off these packages on porches, and he kind of just like slowly creep up behind her and like reverse and hide behind the trees and stuff. And she delivered all these packages, and then she get back in her truck and he's like still there. And so she's like, okay, I can't leave these packages out. So she goes back on her route and picks up all the packages again. So she had to basically do her job again, but
What
except
the
in
hell, man?
reverse, which is good.
This guy is just stalking the FedEx truck to try and. I think a lot most people that steal packages usually just drive around and look for some. They
No,
don't
dude,
actually
yeah.
follow, or do they? I don't know.
Well, bro, you can literally everyone. I didn't realize how many packages there were every day, every single damn day. Like every
Uh-huh.
day, there's like I go to the same house and deliver another package and another package and another package. Like these same houses will get like 2 or 3 packages a day. So you can just drive by their house like once a day, just take a package. It's so easy. And sometimes when I'm in the truck, I'll see like a nice HD 4K screen. I'm like, oh my god, I could just take this right now. I could take
But you
this,
don't.
but I
But you
don't.
don't. 'Cause
But
you're
I,
not a
No,
good
no, you
person.
don't. No.
because I have morals and ethics, and I took a philosophy class, and I know it's not right.
Okay, Philip.
That's why.
You gotta.
According to Philosophy 1000.
According to what was that guy's Mate Crawl? His name's Mate Crawl. I took it in Prague.
So these porch pirates are really a big thing. Isn't that the term?
Yeah, porch bars. Yeah.
Have you
That's
seen those
crazy.
videos of those guys that make fake packages that, like, when you open them, it sprays glitter everywhere and like this super super stinky spray that sticks to your clothes and the cloth on your car seats and stuff like that. Have you guys seen
Mm-mm.
that video?
No.
It's
I
really
think
cool.
I've seen something
And
like you're
and he
talking about.
yeah, and he takes like phones and he like programs them inside the package to start recording when it gets opened. And he has a tracking device in it and everything. So he records people's reaction, these thieves, when they open the package and it sprays everything everywhere. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
it is funny, but like, what are the chances that someone picks up that package though?
Yeah.
He just leaves it. He leaves it as bait.
I was
Oh,
about to say he probably just leaves it out on his front doorstep or
Like in a
something.
bad area, he just leaves it on the front porch,
oh,
and people take it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Wow.
And by the way, Matt, I hate
Mm-hmm.
delivering out in your out in the country. I had to deliver
What do you mean out of my area? You don't
not
come to
I
Grifton.
know I don't come to your Grifton, but think of your area where everything's super spread out.
Yeah.
I had to deliver there the other day. It is the worst. The absolute
Oh, I
worst to
bet.
deliver there. Cuz like these drivers get paid $1 an hour, and if you're driving 4 miles for a stop, that
Yeah, that's
sucks. And compared
What
to
do you mean they get paid $1 an hour?
not dollar, fuck, $1 a stop. My bad. Thanks, good catch.
Okay.
But if you're doing a neighborhood, you get boom, boom, bam, like next
yeah.
stop,
Like
next stop, next stop. You're making like 40
I'm
bucks, 30 bucks an
I'm
hour.
su- I'm surprised like they don't like change that up if you're like end up going out into the country. Like if you
Yeah,
don't get like you like paid like per mile or something. You know, kind of like a truck driver.
yeah. And then on top of that, because there's so many packages and people are ordering everything due to Corona, um, the United Postal Service is talking about giving FedEx more packages, but packages
Ah.
that are in the same area, but they only get paid 40 cents a stop instead.
Mm, boo.
Yeah. So kind of rough. All right, I think that's enough FedEx
Mm,
talk. We've been talking about
I
this
was
shit
about
for
to
like
say
30 minutes.
FedEx.
I can talk about this shit forever.
I mean, I like it. The FedEx. It's very interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
day in the life of a FedEx worker.
Yeah, there's a lot to know. There's a lot. Yeah.
Have you been invited inside by attractive women yet?
No, but I have been asked. My number has been asked.
Ah,
Yes, I have told you about this. I was delivering a package first day on the job. She said, "Hey, you're cute. Can I?"
first day.
Hey, she
The
said,
package
"Hey,
man.
hey, you're cute. Can I get your number?" I said, "Sorry, I'm taken." But it basically made the day go by really fast because I was like,
Right, your ego
my
just
ego
hit
was like
nice
so
You're
inflation.
you're
huge.
riding that high.
I'm
Yeah, you're
still
riding
riding
it.
that high.
Yeah, that should
Still.
last you for a couple months.
Yeah, this should satisfy me for a little bit.
Oh, but that's funny.
But I guess we'll move on.
Okay.
I mean, today we were just talking about like random stuff, I guess. But what I thought was cool. I know both of you are ready for Tenet to come out. Cross your fingers. It does
Yes.
I
not
am very much.
cross your fingers. It doesn't get delayed. It's July 17th, so we got a little bit of time to see what happens with the theaters.
Right, right.
But so the other day, actually yesterday, news came out that Christopher Nolan, he's well known for CGI and a bunch of other stuff, or I mean using
What? I'm
practical
about to say.
uh, cut me up there, practical effects over CGI.
Yeah.
But is this practical what he just did? He decided to purchase a 747 Boeing airplane to crash into a building and explode instead of using CGI or visual effects to pull off this stunt.
Well, he
I
said he
think
ran the
he
numbers, didn't he?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think I thought he wanted to like construct one or something, construct a fake one, and that
right.
would be more expensive than
I
actually
mean,
just buying a plane.
I was about to say, I think he like purchased a broken one or something from like a plane yard or whatever,
Plane
That's
junkyard.
a plane junkyard, yeah. But I mean, it's still crazy, like that he's gonna blow up. Like, what if
I
the
mean,
scene went wrong? That's what I want to know. Like, have to
yeah,
buy
you can't
another
mess that
plane.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they
But
could
kind of like
they could push production back like another few months.
I was about to say, kind of like Tropic Thunder, when they
Yeah.
blow up all those bombs and then
Yeah.
like they miss the whole cut.
Yeah, the guy was super pissed. Oh my god.
that movie's great.
I love that movie.
And yeah, it's very cool. I'm excited to see that movie.
Did you guys like the for Tenet the commercial that they put out? Well, no, I guess the trailer instead. That
Yeah,
they
the
put.
trailer did look really good.
Trailer was
It
really cool.
was.
I mean, I have confidence Nolan is gonna make something phenomenal.
I
So.
remember I was seeing Star Wars when I first saw the trailer, and then it was like, there's this formula for trailers that everyone uses, and then all of a
Mhm.
sudden it was like Christopher Nolan's movie came out, and it was like, oh, it's starting, and everyone was like, this isn't Star Wars, but instead of like being distracted, they were like so into it. They were like
Mm-hmm.
so hooked. They were on the edge of their seats. They're like, "Wow, what's gonna happen?" Like they were like, "I don't care about Star Wars right now. I want to know what's gonna happen." Even my dad was like, "Is this the movie? Like, what? This is so good."
So
And
definitely
on,
was it's pretty good. Pretty good trailer.
I mean, I'm definitely excited for it. But on with Christopher Nolan, I actually after our last podcast, I went back and rewatched the whole Dark Knight trilogy. You know,
Oh yeah. Phenomenal movies.
I stand by saying that Christian Bale is my Batman. I'm sorry.
I think he's a good Batman.
The
I feel
Dark
like
Knight
they could
Rises,
find a
like
better person.
I will admit, I never saw The Dark Knight Rises. I never gave it a chance, and I loved it.
You just saw it for the first time recently?
Yes, yes,
Wow. With Bane, dude.
yeah, like
That's a great movie.
yeah, like it. I didn't like. I never put it together like that,
Yeah.
and like, cause I mean, like, I was kind of young when it came out, so like, and plus I just always watched the regular, well, I mean, like the first Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight.
Yeah,
What do you mean the second one?
the Dark Knight. Well, the second one, yeah, the Dark Knight,
Yeah.
because the first one's Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, yeah.
Yeah, and just like, I mean, like everyone knows the Dark Knight for the Dark Knight movie, you know, but like the Dark Knight Rises, like it brings it all together really good. And like I didn't even know like the Robin ending in the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
That's
You
pretty
didn't
crazy.
Yeah, Robin was in the movie the whole time, basically.
Yeah,
Oh, in the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Rises. Yeah, and like it's a shame that he's not even going to get his own movie after that huge ending.
Yeah, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a pretty good actor as well. I feel like
I
he could have
like
pulled
him.
that
He's
off.
I was about to say like he was really good in Inception.
And 500 Days
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Summer
he's
too.
great.
Mm.
Yeah.
And 50/50 and the sex movie too.
Don
Oh
John.
yeah, yeah.
Don John.
Don John.
And also he was in that little like Treehouse Kids movie. What was that movie?
What?
He was
I haven't
like he
seen
was like
that.
he used to be a child actor, right?
I don't know.
He
Yeah.
played
I'm not that
Snowden.
big of a fan.
He used to be a
Yeah.
child actor. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Oh, he's in Looper too. Knives
Yeah,
Out. Wait,
Looper.
he was in Knives Out? What?
He was like one of the detectives, I think,
No, he
if I
wasn't.
remember correctly. Are you
No,
sure?
no, he was not.
Let's see. Knives Out, Joseph
He
Gordon-Levitt.
must have been a producer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Knives Out. Secret cameo. Let's see.
He had a
It's
cameo.
nearly. Yeah. I don't. Where was it?
Okay, well, I know
You're
he
gonna.
was definitely in a kid's show because he had long
You,
hair.
you know he was also in the Last Jedi cameo.
He was?
Yeah, he was an alien or something.
I would not want to be in that movie.
So you're saying you would forgo a Last Jedi cameo just because of the reception it got?
Yes.
Come on,
No, I would.
That's bullshit.
No.
noob.
If you were an actor,
That's
you would love
cap.
to be in
That's
a movie
cap.
like that.
No, no, I
That is
wouldn't.
cap.
I wouldn't.
Cap. Cap. Cap.
If I was
Cap.
already that famous, I would not want to.
Cap.
Nope. I
Solid
swear to
cap.
God. Nope. Nope. I swear to God.
He's
Well,
not already that famous. Any more exposure can help. Not everybody knows Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, but if I was that comfortable and someone was like, "Come play in
I mean,
Star Wars,"
like,
I'll be like, I don't fit for Star Wars."
Tom Hardy had a Star Wars cameo.
Tom Hardy. I mean, Tom Hardy's better for Star Wars, I think.
Well, I mean, he was just a stormtrooper,
Well, I like Tom Hardy a lot, so I'd suck his
and so
dick.
so was Daniel Craig. He was a stormtrooper as well.
I did hear about that.
That's funny. Daniel Craig is a stormtrooper. James Bond actually hits his shots.
What if there was like a James Bond Stormtrooper movie?
That'd be pretty cool.
What do you mean?
Like a
Is he a
that's
dude in a suit or a dude in a stormtrooper suit?
Like it's in the Star Wars universe, but it's like a James Bond You know, it was like a James Bond villain, like Darth
Okay,
Vader and stuff.
that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I'm kind of following you. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I have on Christopher Nolan and Tenet. Everyone go check out Tenet when it comes out, July 17th. We will be there.
Yeah, I hope these theaters open back up. I do
Cross
not
your
want them to
fingers.
die.
All right, Philip,
Yep.
do you have anything else, or do you want me to keep on going?
You can go on.
Next topic.
Yeah.
So today, It's Always Sunny makes the record books. Today it was renewed for 15 seasons, beating out all other sitcoms.
Well deserved as well. One of the most consistent and well written comedies on TV today.
Crazy.
Exactly.
That I mean, like even Seinfeld. I mean, Seinfeld had a plan, and they went by that. They didn't keep on going, even though they could, But just how like It's Always Sunny can just keep on going and always have something fruitful to offer,
Right. And with this coronavirus stuff going on, I think that's perfect for a Sunny episode. Or even an
Uh,
entire season if they want to do that.
yeah, right. Like,
Like that would be like they could do one about face masks, they could do one about vaccines, they
yeah,
could do one about quarantining. I mean, it's a lot of opportunity there.
like going back to Seinfeld, like that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer doesn't wear the pin. Philip, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, people were posting that video and like photoshopping a mask. He won't wear the mask. It's so funny. But like there's so much promise with all this stuff. I hope somebody takes advantage of. I mean, not saying like take advantage of the coronavirus, but but like
puts it
inco-
into
incorporate it
a
into it.
medium.
Yeah, into a show of some sort. You know.
Yeah. Because I mean, what we're experiencing right now, I mean, this hasn't happened in a long, long time. People
Right.
just are essentially forced to stay inside, almost to the point that it's a crime to go out. Well, not a crime, but you could get a ticket or something. Or
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of businesses that are like opening up, that are deemed unessential, and they're getting like their power cut off just so they'd stay shut
Well,
down.
I've seen a lot of videos, and like New York is still bustling. Like
I
everyone's
mean,
out in New York.
not like Times Square and whatnot.
Oh well.
Like there's a time where Times Square was like a ghost
Yeah,
town.
I did see that. Yeah.
but it is New York. I mean, people are
Yeah,
not just gonna.
yeah. People are gonna be out and about doing what they need to do. But then, like, of course, there's tons of other people that like taking it way more seriously than others. Like there's
Right.
people that haven't even left their house in 3 months still.
Some people, I mean, they really shouldn't be if that much of a risk to them. If they're
Yeah.
immunocompromised or
Right.
that could be a potentially fatal disease.
But then again, like a bunch of people that are staying home can easily work at home. Like a lot of people you see more often tweeting about being at home and whatnot have jobs as like actors, streamers,
Hmm.
entertainment. People are more apt to stay at home and document that.
Right. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people have adapted to this pandemic or epidemic to, by changing their schedules, changing the way they work. College students adapted by using online classes, et cetera, et cetera.
Just cross your fingers and pray that Danny stays safe during the coronavirus. We need
Danny
him in this.
DeVito,
We need him in this 15th season.
we do need him. If Danny DeVito died, I don't know what I'd do.
I'd
That
probably
would be a
die
sad
too.
day.
I'd want to
It'd
go
be a
with him.
sad day.
I definitely want to go with him.
He's getting old too, and
Yeah.
he's
How
not
old is he?
exactly a healthy individual.
He's Danny. He's like 70s, something like that. Let's see. 75.
Oh,
He's getting up there.
Yeah, and he's short and
He's
fat, so
75?
Yeah. How old did you think he was?
like
60s?
30.
You think he was like 20 years old?
I think he was 20. I thought he was in his 60s.
Can you imagine?
20-year-old Danny DeVito.
I mean, he acts 20 years old and It's Always Sunny.
He does seem like
Be real.
a young spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a stud. Probably was.
He's
Still
peaking. Like
is.
right now, he's peaking.
Oh yeah, I mean he was in just in Jumanji: The Next Level. Like that's a big role for him.
Imagine peaking at like 70 years old.
Jeez.
Like,
That would suck.
I mean, like he had like a lot of other TV shows
no.
like Taxi. You know, Taxi was a big role for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like he was, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He was in that. Did a really good job in that.
Yeah, that's a classic movie. There's an
Mhm.
episode that references it directly, where he's in the
Really?
mental
Oh
facility,
yeah. Right.
and
Oh,
he's
with the
like, like
frog
gets him to
boy.
pick up. Yeah, and like the chief, the Indian dude, the American Indian, picks up the water fountain and throws it through the window, and he breaks out.
I never saw it, but now that I see, I'm looking at his page. He was the Lorax as well.
Yeah, he
It's
was
a
the
perfect
Very
role
Lorax.
for
cool.
him.
Yeah. The trees.
Hmm.
But anyways, SpaceX had their or was supposed to have their launch today,
But I
but
got
it got
canceled.
postponed due to the weather. Shame.
Yeah, shame.
But it's very, very cool what they're doing. To be a privatized company having a space mission, it's the first time ever.
Right. It is pretty cool to see private companies getting into the space business. I mean, very soon capitalism will show that it will grow, it will advance. There's money in that field.
I was about to say, like, they're just tapping into the space industry. Like, soon we're gonna have like vacations into space. I mean, right now it's happening, but it's like $1 million, something like that. It's very expensive.
It's like people, instead of saying I went overseas, they'll say I went off world.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I mean, who knows? I mean, we're only 20 years old. There could be a time where we're
For
like
real, man.
60
We're only
years
20.
old. Yeah.
I mean, imagine our parents with their technology at 20 years old. They probably never would have thought where we
Exactly.
are today. They never would have thought that would have been possible.
All right.
I mean,
Like,
if I told my dad when he was 20 that he'd have a cell phone in his hand that could connect to everybody across the world in an instant, I mean, that
Even
would
his
be
comic
absurd.
books,
It'd be
his
ridiculous.
comic books were coming to the big screen.
Yeah, like exactly. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I
And
mean, like,
technology will advance faster even.
I mean, I didn't even think it was possible. Like, when I was a kid. Like, I mean, like everybody wants to be an astronaut, go to space or whatever. But like,
Uh-huh.
they're making it. They're trying to make it a reality for everyone.
Right.
Yeah, do you
I
think,
don't know.
isn't it, can you like pay like $1,000 to go to space soon?
I mean, like, I think it's like
$1,000? No.
no, it's like $1 million to go
A
like deep
million?
into space.
But do you
Yeah,
think you
something
can
like
pay
that.
do
At least.
you think you in the future you'd be able to pay like $1,000 to go to space?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I think there could
If
be
it gets big enough, yeah.
that could
I
be
mean,
the
like
new
they're gonna
secret
But
chat podcast in
it's all about
space.
40 years
supply and
development.
demand.
You never know.
Yeah,
There's
Like,
tons of people that want to go to space, and there's not that many spaceships, so
we could
I
totally
mean, like,
fuck over the flat earthers.
you
yeah,
never know.
exactly.
Like, in 40 years, it could be a necessity that we need to be in space. Have like a
Yeah,
moon base, something like that.
especially if we wreck our own planet.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy times. Have like a civilization on the moon. You never know what could happen.
Would y'all move to the moon or Mars?
Would I? Yes, I would.
I don't know if I
I
would.
don't know. I'd just probably stay here.
I mean,
It would be
yeah,
cool,
I
but I
was
It'd be
mean,
about to
cool to
say
imagine
like
being
go.
on Mars
I'd
or
be a
the
part.
moon.
There'd be
I'd
so
be a
much. The
part.
internet would be bad. It's like I don't know.
I mean,
That's what you
I
could
would
say.
like if someone wanted me to go on a maiden voyage, like to like colonize, like
Yeah,
with promise of returning back to Earth after like maybe like 5 years. I'd spend 5 years on Mars or the moon.
and you just go over there, and your
If
only
they
role is
like,
to increase the population.
I didn't mean it like that. Just like developing, like I'm sure, like you never know, like they probably have like miles and miles of like buildings on the moon one day,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, the moon is tiny compared to Earth.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even know how big it is,
but like
in terms of.
it's crazy. Like
Like, hey Siri, take me to the moon.
if they like,
Stop. Shut up. Stop.
why'd you do
I'm
that?
sorry, Siri. Don't.
But if we can get to the moon and like put a station on the moon,
Yeah.
that would make getting to Mars that much easier.
Yeah, it's kind of like a jumping off point.
I was about to say
Yep.
it's like stopping and getting some gas or something,
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there.
Hopefully one day before we die.
Could
We'll
use another
see
Cold War.
Negative.
You want to get to space? That's how
I
you do
mean,
it.
yeah, I mean, somebody else start building something like that when they colonize the moon. Like if you get like China wanting to build a base on the moon, we would do everything we could to get there first.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if there were resources, if we found oil on the moon,
Ooh.
and I mean, come
Oil
on,
on the
the
moon.
U.S.
The
the
US
U.S.
would
would
be
not
all
back
over
down
that.
from that.
Yeah.
Space Race Part 2.
They said NASA is my favorite organization now.
Yeah. SpaceX. Oh. Ooh, what if it was like a space race between NASA and SpaceX?
I mean, it
See,
might get to that point
that's
one day.
basically
Like,
what's happening right now.
I mean, like literally,
SpaceX
like
is making
NASA is
progress.
like
I thought they were
NASA's
partnered
like
though.
I mean, they're kind of partnered. Like they're paying each other for certain things, is what it seems like. Like NASA paid SpaceX for this mission or something that's coming up. I mean, like now it's Saturday is the next launch window.
Oh.
Right.
But I mean, I don't think it would get to a point where NASA and SpaceX are directly competing. I think it's more of like a branch working together, kind of like, I don't know, trying to think of an example, but I don't have one.
They coordinate with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I went to the JFK launch center, there was SpaceX and NASA stuff all over the place. Like they were
Yeah.
like next to
I
each
mean,
other. Like they were all working together.
yeah, when NASA like started getting defunded, that was a bad time for
Yeah.
me.
I'm sorry.
Like
Sorry,
I
Chief.
remember when I was like 12 or 13, me and my grandparents, we went to the NASA center and watched the last night space launch for NASA.
That's pretty cool.
It was very cool to see something like that. A space launch, like being only
So
like 10
what
miles
did you
away
get
from
to
the
see?
rocket. We
You
saw
saw the
like,
rocket?
yeah, the rocket lift off and
Oh,
everything.
that's so cool.
Yeah. And like just seeing something like that in the dark is just incredible.
Wow.
Like it got
Where
put,
was this?
it was in Florida, the NASA space station.
Oh, okay.
And like it was supposed to lift off at like 11 o'clock, and then it got delayed to like 4 a.m. So we were literally outside, wrapped up in blankets, because I mean it was in February, something like that. And we just sat out there, and like in the freezing cold, it was like 30, 40 degrees in Florida at night,
Jeez.
just waiting for
Yeah, I know exactly where
the launch to
I know
happen.
exactly where you were. I remember it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, you guys want to wrap it
It
up?
was it was a really good time. Yeah, if that's all,
Yeah, so we got.
I'm
Omar,
good.
you got
I'm good.
anything?
Nope.
Good. All right. Well, thank you for tuning into the podcast, The Secret Chats. Check us out on iTunes. Please rate us. Please, please, please. It helps so much. Tell your friends
We're
about
on
us.
every platform.
Yep. Finally,
Donate to our Patreon.
Patreon / the tip jar. We finally on every platform. We just got added to iHeartRadio. I just got the email.
Very good.
Very good. And we're live at twitch.tv/podcast every Wednesday. Please donate so we can continue the podcast and we can feed our kids. Love you.
It's what?
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
You're not telling us?